To relax your body. And you begin to make breathing your focus. Feel the breath in the belly. As you inhale, the belly should rise. And as you exhale, the abdomen falls. Become a little more focused on your breathing. See if you can equal the length of the inhale and the length of the exhale. So I might inhale for a count of 4. And then exhale for a count of 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Try to stay with that pattern. Jaw relaxed. Your whole face relaxed. Try to have a sense if the inhale and the exhale both feel easy, or if one feels a little bit more difficult to take. If possible, you're breathing through your nose. Inhale, the belly rises. Exhale, the belly falls. Contract. If you start to pay really careful attention to the breath, you may notice on the inhale, it's as if you start at the belly and climb up to the collarbones. And each time you come into an exhale, as if you're releasing from the collarbones down to the belly. So the sensation is at the end of the inhale. You feel a lift around the collarbone. And towards the very end of your exhale, the abdomen draws in. And now let go of controlling your breath. And you can come back to the breath over and over as we practice. And just take a moment here to check in with the body and relax completely through your legs, your ankles, your knees, your hips and buttocks, up through the back, into the shoulders, down the arms to the hands, as if the body were heavy and deeply relaxed. Feel the ground beneath you. Your legs are extended. Go ahead and bend the knees. Walk the feet apart. We call it windshield wipers, just rocking our knees side to side. You can take the arms out wide like a T. And you can even roll your head side to side. Maybe the head goes opposite direction of the knees. And so find the breath. Exhaling as you do one side. Either inhaling up or inhaling to the other side. Whatever feels natural, but keep the breath deep. It's almost like you're moving your legs to the breath. In yoga, we call this a vinyasa, linking breath to movement. And then the knees come back up to the center. Pick the feet up, hug both knees in. You can hold on top of your knees, behind your knees, wherever you can reach and be comfortable. You can hold one leg with each hand, or lace the fingers together, or grab a wrist. And find those deep breaths. Knowing that when we fold at the hip creases, we massage the lymph nodes. Feet come to the floor with the knees bent. And then I extend my whole body. These arms, it's important that you move your arms in a way that's good for you. Maybe one arm can go all the way over the head to the floor, but the other arm needs to stay bent and go halfway. Or maybe you'll Lace your fingers together, taking both arms overhead. Just listening into your own body. We're taking 5 breaths here. And if you'd like, as you're breathing deep, you can point and flex the feet or circle out the wrists. Now bring the arms up towards the ceiling and split them open wide like a T and take the feet wide. We call this star pose, reclined. So my feet went wide and my arms are out wide. My body's taking the shape of a star. My limbs and head are the 5 points. Breathe here. Bring the right leg back to center. Bring the left leg back to the center. Bend the knees. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Let the knees go wide into butterfly or cobbler's pose. And take the arms and hug yourself. They come up, they cross over your chest, and they drop. As they're crossing, I'm just going to breathe here for 3 breaths. If this inner thigh stretch is too achy, you can put blocks under your knees, or you can just keep the knees bent instead of dropping them. We're going to switch the arms. Notice which arm you have in front. Start to lift them apart and then open up and switch. Bring the other arm in front. The hands, arms drop, and you're hugging yourself. More and more deep breath. Knees and feet come together. Unlace the arms, rolling over to one side so that when you come up to seated, you can see me. And we're kind of come back into that butterfly pose, back into the soles of the feet touching and the knees wide. You can hold on to your feet, to your ankles. If you're really achy through those the hip creases or the inner thighs, you can put blocks there if you need them. You can stay up tall, especially if you already feel the stretch. If you want to deepen the stretch, you can walk the hands forward. Three more breaths here. In yoga, we're trying to always breathe through the nose if we can, both on our inhale and exhale. Come back up if you're forward. Hold on to this left leg, let the right leg go out. Pull this left heel in comfortably. You're sitting up tall. Take your right hand to your left thigh, left hand behind you, and come into a twist. And now turn and face the right leg. You had to twist. You're turning, you're facing your right leg, you're walking the hands down the leg. You may stay here, just reaching towards that right foot. Or you may drop the right side of your rib cage, turn it towards the leg and bring your heart open and start to reach this left arm up if you want to. Some people can even bring that left arm over the head. If you're restricted through the arm or shoulder or back or hip, the hand can stay down on the leg, or it can reach or come to the waist, or it can come all the way up over your head. My goal here is that I've turned and my right rib cage is facing my right leg, my right rib cage. My heart is going out towards the center of the room. My chest is open. My chin is not tucked. There's just a nice opening between my chin and chest. And now come back up. This next pose I'm going to do is not for everybody. For example, you may have an arm that you can't lean into, or you have a knee that you can't bear weight on. So I'll show you the pose. The hand comes back. You lift up onto the knee and reach back. If I can't do that, I'm just reaching back. Everything stays. My body stays on the ground, and just my arm is reaching back. Or I root down through that left hand and arm. I lift my hips and I bring my buttocks up off the floor and reach back. But that's optional. Just reaching back is fine. And then come back down, come to the center and open up both legs. Coming forward is optional, maybe just being up here. This is a big stretch right here. Breath into this. So important around our knees, our hips, and low back to open these inner thigh muscles. Come back up. And just so that we can realign to do the other side, bring both legs in front of you. Sort of rock side to side, realign through the hips. And then we're going to just pull the feet together again. Coming back into cobbler's butterfly. Last time I had you extend the right leg out. So we're switching. The left leg is coming out. Sit up tall. The first thing we're going to do is twist towards your right leg. Left hand goes towards the right leg. Right hand behind you. You might want to notice what it feels like to pull the toes of that long leg back towards you. And come back, heart center, right here. And then I took my heart center and turned it towards my leg, reaching down towards my foot. That was the first option. Let's just start there. You just really reach with your right arm, like reach it way out. You'll get that side stretch. But I did give you that option to, I would come back up and realign to turn sort of this left side body down towards this leg. This arm can be on the floor, can hold me on the floor. This right arm can reach up towards the ceiling. It can come over my head, reaching down to the sitting bone. If that's too much for the shoulder, hand comes to the leg or my waist, or if it's hurting my back, don't stay in that pose if it hurts your back. Just come back to this if you need to, facing the leg. Remember to keep your chin open. You're not tucking it into the chest. And then this is where we float back. You can drop this arm back, and then you can lift up onto the knee and get your hips up off the floor, or you stay anchored through here, just reach the left arm back. One breath. Come back down. Both legs are wide. Reaching out in front of you. Or staying up tall. Reaching down the leg. And come up. We bring our legs together. And we're transitioning to our hands and knees. You want to position yourself so you can see me easily without having to turn your neck a lot. When you get here, we do this cat-cow, but we're mindful as we do it. Tucking the tailbone and coming to the chest. And lifting the tailbone, lifting through the heart center. If you want to breathe with it, you might inhale as you lift your chin. You might exhale as you tuck your tailbone. Coming to this neutral spine, you're going to choose to either drop back into a child's pose. In child's pose, the knees can be together or the knees can be wide. You can also drop your forearms to the floor and not take the hips back. This is a version of child's pose if I can't drop my hips back. And then some of you maybe would prefer downward facing dog instead of child's pose. You're picking where you want to be. We come into lunge, you may find that you need blocks. Coming up to hands and knees. And you might want blocks. I'm bringing the right foot up. I have my right heel under my knee. My hands are on blocks. I can stay here with both knees at a 90-degree angle. Or I may tuck the toes under, stretch the leg back, then bring the knee down. Opening, deepening this lunge. Sometimes it feels good to let the head be heavy and let it drop and stretch the back of the neck. Sometimes that's too intense, and it's better to keep the ears in line with the shoulders. I'm taking 3 more of my deep breath here. I'm going to push back and bring myself back to hands and knees. If I have blocks, I'm just taking them off to the side. And again, I'm either going to do cat cow or down dog or child's pose. Listening in, whichever feels best to you. Notice the sensation of the pose you've chosen. Stay in your body with your awareness. And then depends what pose you're in, how you want to do this. You're going to get your left foot up. And again, I have my knee over ankle and knee under hip. I use blocks. I'm going to extend my knee back by lifting, extending out through the leg, then letting the knee come down. So I get a bigger opening in my hips. If that's too intense, I just back up. I just bring the knee back under the hip. And then I'm here and I'm leaning into my arms. I have my left thigh underneath the left side, like underneath my rib cage, under my chest. A few more deep breaths. Push my hips back. Slide my foot back. And then you decide, do you want to hold a plank pose? Do you want to hold a down dog? Or do you want to hold a child's pose? Pick the position you want to be in for 3 breaths. And then you decide how you want to come down onto your belly. You might just sort of walk your knees back and drop yourself down. You might get there from plank. You might get there from down dog. I'm stacking my hands, resting my forehead on my hands. I bend my knees and flex my feet, and then just sort of rock my legs side to side. And the legs come down straight. I start with Sphinx pose with my elbows underneath my shoulders. Shoulders away from the ears. Maybe this is where you want to stay for 5 breaths. It feels supported as you stretch the front of the torso and you strengthen your back. Maybe that's too high and you need to take the arms out further away. The elbows need to walk out further so the back bend isn't as deep. Some of you know Cobra with the hands by the chest. And you would prefer to lift and hold the Cobra. Another deep breath. Coming down. Because you're looking at my left side, I'm going to show you, I want you doing your left side. My forehead is resting on my right hand. I bend my left knee and catch my foot. If I'm not able to do this, if I'm not able to reach back and get my hand to my foot, I roll to my right side, bend the knee, hand on the ankle, and then let the knee come down. I'm holding my foot, but I'm doing it from my side. It's easier to get a hold of the ankle. So your foot. Now you're resting your forehead on your left hand, if that's comfortable. You can also turn your head to the side, left or right, probably right. I mean left ear to the floor. And now my right hand's going to reach back for my right heel. Again, if I can't reach that way, I go to my side on my hip, bend my knee, slide my hand to my ankle, and then pull the heel in. Dog your foot. Hands come by the chest. You're coming up and you're picking again. We're back to that same space Do I want to just do my cat cow? Do I want to do child's pose? Do I want to do that downward facing dog? Everyone to hands and knees. And we're coming back to seated. Back to extending legs straight out in front of us. Sitting up tall. Give your body a moment to orient. And now drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Comes back to center, and you drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. The shoulders are heavy, you're not lifting them. They're dropping. Head back to center. And however you can be comfortable seated. For some of you, you'll stay with your legs long. Some of you will cross. Some of you will prefer to sit up on a blanket. When you sit up on a blanket, it gives space into the pelvis, into the hips, and that might be more comfortable. You're going to take your arms out in front of you. You're going to pull the fingers back like you're telling someone to stop. Feel the stretch coming down through the hand. Fingers come back. Now slowly go out with your arms if you can. Pull the fingers back towards you. Press through the heels. And now bring your fingers to your thumbs. I call it bird beak. Fingers to your thumbs and tuck the fingers to come under. It's as if you're pointing the tips of your fingers and thumb towards the armpits. You're pointing them in that direction. Arms are straight if you can. Slowly keep them in that position and bring them to the front, pointing back at you. Now your tips of fingers, thumb pointing towards you. Come back to the stop sign, stop. Turn the palms of the hands to face each other. Thumbs are up, thumbs are up. And slowly float the arms up. Take the tips of the fingers, the pads of the fingers, and see if you can drop them behind your head and let the elbows float back comfortably. Don't force it. Your chin doesn't drop. I'd rather your elbows be here and your chin lifted. If you have to do this to take the elbows back, then don't take the elbows back. Breathe. Pull the elbows towards each other. extend the arms up to the ceiling. The elbows stay close to the body and float back. Just here, float the elbows back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, drop the shoulders away from the ears. Press the elbows towards each other, shoulder blades towards each other. Now take those hands, they're back, and open them. Put those elbows back behind you. Yes, nice. Neck, shoulders relax, squeezing the elbows in. And relax. Hands come to the thighs. Let your neck relax, your shoulders relax. Maybe notice the sensation of energy, like a tingling, a vibration, blood flow. You just have this intention in yoga of opening every large and small joint in the body. We're coming to recline cobbler's pose. If you have a bolster, you'd put your bolster right here. If you don't have a bolster, you would take a blanket and make the blanket just like a bolster. So it's just like a bolster. Or I actually have a bolster. I'm gonna put the bolster there. You definitely need blocks or 2 blankets or 2 small pillows. You're bringing the soles of your feet to touch. And blocks go underneath your knees. I'm in cobbler's pose on my legs, blocks underneath my knees. I'm gonna catch my thighs. I say knees, but really anywhere that makes that comfortable. And the blanket, if I have an extra one, can drape across my inner thighs. Some people like the bolster touching the back, and some people need a gap. They need some space. You'll know when you go down on there and how that feels. And then when you come onto the bolster, you probably don't want to stay like that. You probably want to sort of pick the hips up, drop them back down, even tucking the tailbone and coming back down, especially if back bends are uncomfortable. Tucking the tailbone will help you. The arms are coming out wide or like an A frame. And as we hold here, we're going to stay. If you have back pain, get rid of the prop behind your back. I don't want you to use it if you have discomfort. Have the intention of being in your body, feeling the soles of your feet touch, or maybe the parts that don't touch. Make sure your blocks or blankets or pillows under your knees allow you to deeply relax the inner thigh. This is a very healthy pose for the pelvic floor. Allows the pelvic floor to soften and relax. Maybe you can connect with the heaviness of the hips, the weight of your back and shoulders and head. Take 3 more deep breaths. Slowly bring the knees together. Take your time. Move slowly, maybe one leg at a time. You're going to tilt over to the side, coming off the bolster. Just roll it out of the way or take your blanket out of the way. Come flat onto your back. Knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor. Hug your knees in to get your spine and hips realigned and shoulders to sort of rock a little bit. When the feet come back down, knees bent. I lift up my hips to realign through my pelvis. And then right ankle over left knee. I'm doing reclined pigeon. Right ankle coming near that left knee. I can stay here and get a huge benefit from rotating this right thigh bone, letting it sort of externally rotate, going out. I can stay there, or I can lift the left foot up and using my hands, pull the left thigh towards me. My right hand has gone between the legs. If you like doing a deeper pigeon pose, you would take your elbows, catching your your calf muscle, and let the left leg go all the way down as you pull this right leg in towards your chest. You can cradle the leg as well, one hand on the foot, but don't sickle, don't bend the ankle. Sort of flex the foot and press in. Maybe exploring that hip stretch or just keeping it the way we started. Left foot comes to the floor. Right foot goes up. Hold on to the thigh and circle out your ankle. Flex the foot, the toes come towards you. Big stretch through this hamstring. Lower the leg. Bend that knee. Left foot goes up to the ceiling. Left ankle coming onto that right thigh or knee, depending how you think of it. My left ankle is just resting there on my leg. I can externally rotate my left thigh bone, holding there. Or pop the foot up off the floor, hug the thigh towards you. If you want to explore the deeper opening of the hip crease, the hip, whatever pose you're in, can you relax your shoulders more? And then relax through your hips more. Right foot to the floor. Left foot reaching up towards the ceiling. Engage, pull the toes towards you. Press through the heel. Big stretch through your hamstring. And then the leg comes down, nice and slow, it's straight, all the way down. Bend the knee. Both feet on the floor. Find a block or a bolster. If you don't have that, you're just taking your legs up and holding them there, or literally going to the wall and putting the legs up. If you have a block, you lift your hips up, slide the block underneath, and then lifting the legs. Choosing any inversion of your choice so that the legs are lifting above the heart. Notice how it feels to try to breathe deep in this pose. If it's hard for you to hold your legs up like this, just bend the knees, feet on the floor, and rest this way in our bridge pose. Supported. I have the block, so it's supported bridge. Feet come down to the floor. Our last pose is spinal twist. We'll do the right side and then the left side. If you have a different pose you would like to end in, you are welcome to do that. Hug the knees in. Pause here. We have different ways of doing spinal twists. Some of you know how to use your bolster for a twist. You could switch to that. I'm going to open my arms and let my knees fall to the right. I'm going to find my right wrist to line up with my right knee. If that angle is uncomfortable for my back, I move the knees to where it's comfortable, or I bring a block between my knees or a blanket. Some of you like to extend one or both legs in a twist. It feels good to you to pull deeper into the twist. That's optional. And you can turn your head away from the bent knees, towards the bent knees, or just allow your chin to stay in line with your heart, which is neutral. Keep that twist to the other side. Realign. It's helpful to hug the knees in and rock side to side. When you're ready, the knees will fall to the other side. Again, maybe propping. I like to line up my knee, my left knee with my left wrist. It's a pretty good place to find a good alignment. You can adjust from there. Turning the head in one direction. One more deep breath. If you had opened up your legs long on the other side and you didn't do that yet, maybe you want to do that before you come out of the pose. And then when everybody's ready, I'll come back. This is really important. We're gonna do a nice length to me. It's not long to me, it would be 20 minutes, but this is about 8 minutes of relaxation. If my back is achy, then I either need to keep my knees bent, or the best thing to do is put a bolster or a rolled blanket behind your knees. That way your back can relax. Your legs can relax. You're fully supported here in the hip area, and then you can relax your low back. And if I'm really achy through my back, I'll put blocks underneath that bolster or stack a rolled blanket on top of the bolster. I'll go higher. The higher the thighs go, the more I can, that's why people bend their knees when they're on their back. But this, if I get the height of that blanket and pillows, bolster blocks, I want this relaxation to be able to come into this hip flexors, buttocks, pelvic floor, low back and low belly. All of this area is so tight on many people. The arms just relax onto the ground. Maybe slide the shoulder blades in, tucking them behind the back. Again, lifting hips, tucking tailbone will lengthen out the back if that hurts. If you like the back bend, you would sort of let your pelvis go neutral. We came into our practice equalizing the breathing. We inhale for a count of 4. And exhale for a count of 4. Begin to do that now, but see if you're able to lengthen maybe to 5 or to 6, 7 or 8, however long, but make them equal. Step away from the breath and back to your breathing. And find a pause between the breath. Don't hold the breath. See if you can discover that gap, that pause at the end of an inhale before the exhale. And find the gap at the end of the exhale before the inhale. And then letting the body become heavy. And as we begin to bring our awareness back into our space, I'd like you to call to mind all the beautiful, amazing women who have been a mentor to you, the ones who embrace the energy of mother, grandmothers, sisters, aunts, teachers, even Mother Nature. See them in your mind's eye and offer gratitude. You have more than likely been one of those women. Supporting, honoring someone else, teaching, guiding. Making your way slowly to a seated position. Maybe you'll need to stretch first, going to your side. And place our hands to our hearts. Remembering that we are light. We are already perfect exactly as we are. Thank you for joining me today for practicing yoga. Namaste.
Thank you. That was amazing.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank
Who
you,
was?
everybody.